Well, the experts tell us it was the longest, hottest, driest summer in our history, and the gardens of Australia are showing a little bit of wear and tear for it. But in autumn, the garden slows down, and it's a great time of year to attend to a few jobs. Get it ready for winter, so it'll be set to go come spring. Even one like this, that's pretty much immaculate. You can see that things like the hydrangea flowers are spent. If we take off the dead heads, we might get another flush of flowers. Now, normally if you're cutting back a hydrangea, you go quite hard. You get rid of all the old wood. It reshoots and it'll flower for you next year, but I just want to tidy it up. So I'm taking off the dead heads, leaving the good flowers, and hoping that I get another flush before I give it that big haircut. The little azalea here is happy and healthy, but I can do a couple of things to it now to make it better. It's got competition. There's plants growing through it. The salvia is coming through from the other side. You can see that the old flowers, they're messy and they're sticking to the plant. That can create rot and damage to the plant. Plus, there's a little bit of new growth, which looks good, but if I give it a light haircut, get rid of the competition, it'll be nice and dense, which will look better, and that means there's more branches, so more potential for flowers next year. Take this little garden edge here. It looks really pretty, but it's a recipe for disaster for a couple of reasons. You can see that the lobelia is growing over the lawn, so in patches where it's not getting enough sun, it's dying off. If we don't solve that soon, the grass will disappear. And in other spots, well, it's creating a free runway for the grass to end up in the garden bed. So the lobelia, which grows a little bit weedy, can cop a really heavy cutback, or you could remove it and maybe plant something a little bit more upright along the edges. Well, I've made some holes in the garden. I've got that dead patch in the lawn, and I also want to prepare it for an attack of soldier worm. So where do I buy all that stuff? Down at Bunnings, of course. I've seen some of the best lawns in Australia practically wiped out within a couple of days from curl grub or beetle. Keep an eye out for it. What you'll notice is the grass just looks like it's never had a drink before because they've come through and they've munched off all the roots. But you can fight back against it using something like this. You click it onto your hose, water it into your lawn, and they'll be gone before you know it. The best thing about it, it gives you a bit of protection for about 3 months. Now, they usually attack either in spring or in autumn, so now's the right time to do it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. When it comes to fertiliser, I'm not really brand loyal. I've got a healthy respect for everything that's in here, but I usually change it up from time to time. It's a little bit like our diet. We get something from all 5 food groups, plus ice cream and chocolate, and we're going to be happy and healthy. If you want to tick the box to say you're trying to be environmental in the garden, sugarcane mulch is one of the best environmental choices because it's a byproduct of making sugar. It's a win for the environment and it's great for us. A little bit of potted colour to hide those holes where I've pulled things out, make the garden look as pretty as possible going into winter. And a couple other things to really set it up. I'm going to fertilise the garden beds and put a bit over the lawn as well, just to get things regrowing. Those things I've cut back will still get another flush. And then, because the mulch here is broken down and it's always improving the soil, I'm going to top it up and keep that process going. And to treat the lawn, it's as simple as click on and spray. A little bit of hard work now, some time in the garden, and you'll really set it up for the colder months. And it'll look cracking come next spring.